Alright guys, I just received this in the mail today. Powdery tobacco, Tom Ford tobacco vanille, cologne. Paid 39 bucks for it. It's 1.7 ounces, and it's supposed to be a cologne for tobacco vanille. So let's unbox it. The one thing I do like about Dossier is that they give you your money back if you don't like the cologne. I recently bought an alt. Oh, look at that, kind of fell out of there. Right? I recently bought an alt fragrance, and their return policy is crap, so you really can't get your money back if you don't like it. Which I wasn't too crazy about one of their last colognes. I bought the Creative Ventus cologne. It was executive number 26. I wasn't too crazy about it, but it wasn't too bad. It was like a 7 out of 10, so I just keep it and use it for like something else. But yeah, what I seem to find when it comes to these clones is that it always is never natural or exactly like the same. It always has a chemical scent to it. But I guess we'll see how it is with this. Tobacco vanille, for some reason, when I first smelled it, I have the thing here. When I first smelled it, I wasn't too crazy about it, but it kind of built up on me. The longer I kept the scent, the longer I had the scent on me, the longer I kept smelling it, the longer I just got drawn to it. And so I like it. And so I wanted to try this one out to see how close it was to the original. Now that I actually do like the cologne, let's see. Give it a nice shake. So powdery tobacco from Dossier. It is 1.7. I'm pretty sure it is. So let's try it out. See if I can do this properly. That did not work out. Let's air it out. Interesting. Not even putting it close to my nose yet. There's just the scent from the air. And it already smells very similar. Let's see. This one in particular has gotten a lot of good reviews out of their whole Dossier lineup. The same way that the executive number 26 for Creative Ventus was for alts fragrances. So I'm expecting I'm expecting something good from this cologne. Let's see. No. It smells good, but it's not it. No. All of them are always letdowns. I mean, I guess I'll let it, I'll see how it is on my skin a little bit longer. Man. No, that's not it. That's not it at all. Same thing, the way how that Creative Ventus, the number 26 was, I just off of, let me see. Yeah, it still smells the same. No. Off of the first impressions that I get off of this, trying to compare it to something. It's like a ginger cinnamon drink, if that makes sense. Like a ginger tea with cinnamon in it. It's not the tobacco vanilla. I know how that smells because it took me a while to get used to it, but once I got used to it, I really did start to like it. No, this isn't it. I mean, I can kind of see where it's kind of similar, but this ain't it. How can I put that to? Oh, wait, hold on. Let me see. No, it's not this. Trying to figure out that. I think I may have found out what it smells like. Let me find it. No, I guess I don't have any of it here. No. Nope. It's not it either. Alright, I guess I don't have it. I thought I had some. First impression? Yeah, just like a ginger cinnamon tea. I smell no tobacco in it. Very, very slight. What's in here? Very, very, very. I mean, you like really have to be looking for it to smell any vanilla. Oh yeah, ginger right here. Ginger. Doesn't have many cinnamon, but it's a top note. So that's, yeah, ginger. I smell zero tobacco. I'm being completely honest here. It's definitely very feminine. I wouldn't say there's a. For some reason, the Tom Ford was more like a masculine to me. And the Tom Ford vanilla, it smelled like kind of like bourbon, like whiskey bourbon, with a little bit of vanilla and tobacco. That's why I started to grow to it because I'm a whiskey drinker. I like whiskey. I don't get none of that from this. I sprayed it right there. You can see the oil marks. I get none of it. Very disappointing. Oh, that is 1.7. Yeah, I will be returning this. This is just nowhere near the tobacco vanilla. It's I mean, no, I'm sorry. I wouldn't say nowhere near. Now I'm going a little bit overboard. It's not exactly a Tom Ford tobacco vanilla, but I can kind of see, like I said, it has some of the notes in it. Like you can kind of tell about the vanilla. And it's also just like the opening scent, so it's I have to let the scent like be on my skin for a little bit longer. But the opening scent is just ginger, definitely ginger and cinnamon. That's all I smell. A little bit of vanilla if you're really looking for it. Just very gingery. Or maybe it's the honey. Maybe that's what I'm confusing the vanilla with, because it does smell sweet. Or it could be the apricot. Top notes. Yeah, these two. Ginger and apricot. That's all I'm smelling right now. I don't smell no tobacco, no vanilla, dry fruits. Yep, ginger and apricot. That's all I smell right now. Very feminine. Just fruits and ginger. That's all I smell. Fruits and ginger. I let it sit and I'll come back in, I don't know, an hour or two. It's been about 30 minutes. Maybe a little bit longer. All I smell from here is apricot. It took me a while to figure it out, but I don't smell nothing else. I just smell purely apricot. I'm gonna spray it on another spot on my arm after shaking it around a few times. See if maybe that was why. Just right it there. Same thing. I just smell apricot. But there's the alcohol smell. I gotta wait for that to dry up. What's funny, so now that I just sprayed it, it don't smell nothing like the Tom Ford tobacco vanilla. But now that I just sprayed the fresh spray and the apricot is much more stronger here, I can kind of smell a little bit of tobacco on this one. It's faint. It's very faint, but it's kind of there. The honest truth is that faint tobacco that I smell is kind of like what I read online. It isn't like the tobacco vanille tobacco scent. It's more of like a cigarette pack type of tobacco scent. But it's still very heavy on the ginger. I mean, in the apricot. Over here, I just smell purely apricot and ginger, but mostly apricot. It's very fruity. There's nothing tobacco about it. It's just very, very fruity. This and that, the dry fruits, apricot, ginger, maybe some honey. I don't really smell vanilla. No tobacco. Or now that it's drying down here on where the first spray was on, you really have to look for it, but you can kind of smell it. But you really have to look for it. It's definitely a female scent. Oh, it's female. Yeah, female scent, and because it's very just fruity. I don't get no masculine hints about this. Yeah. I mean, I can come back in a couple hours. It's what, 8 now. I can come back around 10 and let you guys know. But that's honestly all I get is just fruits. All right, guys. About an hour, a little over an hour went by, and the dry down isn't anything different. It's a skin scent, so it's not really that strong. It's the same thing. I don't smell Tom Ford tobacco vanilla, and all I smell is apricot. Maybe a little ginger. All I smell is apricot, dried fruit. Yeah. It's weird. So honestly, I wouldn't even say this is a clone of the Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille. Maybe I just got a bad batch, but I honestly only smell apricot, and dried fruit. I smell nothing else. I don't smell no tobacco, no vanilla. I don't like with the tobacco, Tom Ford Tobacco Vanilla. I had like a tobacco-ish bourbon vanilla smell. I don't have that here. The ginger is not ginger. The apricot is very strong. All I smell is apricots. So I must have gotten a bad batch. It's the only thing that makes sense to me. So I will be returning this. I don't think it has a batch number. See that those numbers on the bottom. Let me try opening this up. One-handed. Oh no, just ingredients. Cinnamon, yeah, cinnamon. Interesting. I really just smell apricot. Maybe cinnamon, but I really, really strong smell of apricot. That's it. Remember the initial was ginger with cinnamon. So now I see why. But now I just smell heavy apricot and dried fruit. I will be returning this. I'm not a fan, don't like it. So we're going back in the box. With Dossier, I'm gonna be honest. I've ordered other things from them as well. YSL Y, that clone. Tom Ford Lost Cherry, and the Baccarat. Wasn't big fans of those either. So, in my honest opinion, if you're going for like clones and dupes, Dossier it's not too good at all. The Creed Aventus with alt. So if I'm comparing those by brands, I can't really do. That's not fair. I'm gonna just stick with Dossier. I'm not a big fan of Dossier. I'm not gonna buy from them again, so I wouldn't recommend them. And the powdery tobacco doesn't smell like the tobacco we know from Tom Ford. I'd probably give it like it doesn't smell anything like it. I give it a 0. I'm sorry. But yeah, all right, guys.